motivation time. I'm your host with the most, is Marky saying, skip it in the park. When I spark, get it in. The sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. I'm loving this morning marijuana motivation. I feel good right before I do the show. Hit the live button and it's just like flow. And that's what we need. And that's no. Going into this morning marijuana motivation, I'm Mark saying this it's addiction. Yes, bless. This is my passion. On my heart from the start, I got a passion for fashion and life and philosophy, and I talk about life issues every morning so we can all get some understanding, so we can all get some energy. You can get people staring at you too over here. They're just like, why do you have energy and I don't? It's because you hate your life. And if you want to know how to love your life, I love my life, then you're gonna have to do that too. This is the morning marijuana motivation. Somebody cue the intro. Let's do this. Loving my life has changed me into seeing things differently, right? When I approach things with love and gratitude and a certain type of focus, I don't want to say evaporates, it expands my consciousness and what's happening to me, with me, during my connection. And this is going to be a deep subject like all mornings. We have to go deep into the discussion, but it needs to be said. Now you can see, right? When we see things with our real eyes, plastic pocket challenge, you got to get all this plastic. I see plastic in here. When we see things with our real eyes, we realize that we've been believing in real lies. And I say realize. And the truth of the matter is we don't want to see ourselves. I said this last week, but can you see yourself outside of yourself? Can you see yourself dropping? Why are there 7 different fucking... Oh my God, how many straws can you fucking drop, bro? There's the trash can right there. Less than 20 yards away. Anyway, plastic pocket challenge. We can control this plastic that we use always. So when you see yourself, that's when you know, right? That's when you have a self-knowing, to thy own self be true, to be able to be true to yourself without lying to yourself, deceiving yourself, and denial. Denial is not only a river in Egypt, it's a self-defense mechanism. It's something that we do to protect ourselves. We've been doing it since we were children. And to the detriment of our future, we learned a system as a child, right? We created this system and learned this system for self-protectionism. And this is a child's way of protecting themselves, their ego, their hurt feelings. You know, like, might cross our hands. That's when you know you're not listening, right? We might push back love. That's when you know you're not listening, right? We might hang up, you know? A lot of us can't handle the message, so we get too jittery and just click. That's when you know you're out of pocket. And I think it takes an awareness that you know yourself good enough to know when you're about to lose your control, you're about to lose your temper, you're about to lose your shine. And it's important that you identify this, right? Like, other people can tell you, man, you're not being cool right now, or wow, you're really angry, or I think you're depressed. Now, a loved one could tell you this and maybe you'll listen, but it takes you listening to yourself. And that's a really hard lesson, because most of us have 2 ears and 1 mouth, but we use our mouth double. And instead of listening to constructive criticism or a friend, a loved one, an ally, we tend to listen to our egos. It's the way we feel, the way you made me feel. No, it's the way you made yourself feel. It's such a shocker, but we like to put it on everybody. You triggered me. No, you're triggerable. And you're like, oh shit, no shit. Yeah, dude, every time you point your finger, the finger's pointing back to you. And the big part of acknowledgement is knowing when you're out of pocket. You know, a healthy human being with a healthy brain can say, yeah, man, I'm depressed. It doesn't hurt any to keep it real, but it hurts to keep the lie. And that's something that keeps hurting other people and perpetrating the abuse and that cyclical behavior that no one's accountable. It's all on you. You triggered me. It's like, no, the only thing I can control is me, right? And by controlling me and knowing me, I don't react the same. I can see myself doing old habits, right? And that's what I'll get, right? Like, I'll get old results. And I'm sitting there going like, why is it not changing? Because I haven't changed. And it's the moment that I change, it's the moment that my world changes. And that's why I say, can't you see yourself getting upset over trivial things that aren't going to matter in 5 minutes, 5 years, 5 days? We forget. We get inside of our heads and we forget what life looks like. We forget that we are in our own same emotional trauma, same stuff that we went through as our childhood, and we bring it back. We bring it back so hard that we can't even see our forest through the trees. We can't even see people that want to be different and show us a different way. Instead, we'll be stuck. And we all know people that are stuck, right? We all know people that have their own perspective. They'll go inside. Let's say, I'll take religion for an example, right? They'll die before they believe Jesus is not alive. And there's people that have a belief, I think, what's the name? Psychology. Not beyond groupthink, but present bias. When you are presented with facts and you're still biased to your belief. And that's what we do, no matter what all the facts, all our friends showing us how depressed we are, how angry we are, how our reactions aren't matching to the vibe of everyone else. And we'll still hold tough, right? We're still stubborn. I mean, you don't know shit. You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. How many of us have said that? And it's like, oh yeah, we all know each other. We all know trauma. We all know depression. We all know loss. Ain't one human being going through this existence without that. And that's what I was telling people. It's like, look, you can try to classify yourself by yourself, but the truth is this is a group effort, right? We're all the monkeys inside the zoo, inside the tree, with the same amount of emotional instability. And it's the ones that are the smart monkeys, right, that have control over this, right? That have control over their knob. They're not so swayed by, oh, my bank account. You know you're still a human being without a dollar sign above your head. You know you're still happy because the things in your life are worth more than your bank account. The real value is in your friends, family, and time. You know that, but some people don't react to that. I've had a friend tell me directly in Brazil, he's like, I'm not happy if I don't have no money. I'm like, you're going to be unhappy for a long ass time. You have to find a way to be happy without external things, without someone else's approval or someone else's perspective. This is a self-adjustment, right? To be able to adjust one's emotions and attitude is the definition of intelligence. That's emotional intelligence. So by the time you can really see yourself and adjust that, I think you're going to get a lot further in life. No, I know you're going to get a lot further in life. That all of a sudden you aren't so swayed by someone else's opinion, right? You're not so swayed by circumstance, but you have a healthy mind about you that you know this too shall pass. You know, each one of us can improve. Not one of us has all the answers. And the moment we step aside from our ego and not act like a child anymore is when we can get some growth. If we can stop hanging up the phone, if we can stop arguing, if we can start listening, we can adjust the reaction from other people. They want to be listened to. They don't want to argue, and they just want to get heard. I mean, someone's trying to reach you with a message. It's up to you to get it. And that's this morning's marijuana motivations, for you to get out of your own way so you can get the message. It takes some humble, and I don't even like my humble pie. My ego won't let me eat it, but it's going to take me less than ego, more an awareness. And once I could start seeing myself and seeing my old reactions, oh, there you go, you're doing it again, bro. You're doing that thing you said you wouldn't do, and it's up to you to stop doing it. So on my heart from the start, it's your boy Marky Saint. That's your 10 minutes of shine. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so that way someone else can get this shine. It's so important that we all get this information. It's so important that we all live in the light, and that's what we do around here. Peace and love, and as always, Chigatan. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. And coffee. That's life. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao. Boom, baby, boom.